A small, often overlooked feature on your thumb holds a world of mystery and spiritual significance: the half moon, or lunula. Most people see it as a simple part of their nails, but what if I told you that this tiny crescent holds profound insights into your spiritual well-being? Ancient cultures and spiritual traditions have long believed that the lunula is more than just a physical trait. It's a gateway to understanding your inner self, a symbol of intuition and a beacon of life energy. The surprising part? Many of us have been carrying this powerful symbol, utterly unaware of its deeper meaning. The discovery of the lunula's spiritual significance has shocked those who delve into its mystery. While science explains it as a normal part of nail anatomy, spiritual practitioners see it as a sign from the universe, a mark of one's spiritual health and vitality. The lunula on your thumb in particular is believed to carry unique spiritual messages. It indicates energy flow through your body and even hints at your destiny. This newfound awareness has led many to re-examine their own lunulae, seeking answers that bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual, making this a topic of both intrigue and revelation. Number 1. What is the half moon on the thumbnail? The half moon on the thumbnail, scientifically known as the lunula, is a small, crescent-shaped area located at the base of the nail. Anatomically, the lunula is part of the nail matrix, the tissue responsible for producing cells that become the hardened nail. The lunula is visible as a whitish or light-colored curve, contrasting with the more transparent rest of the nail. Although it's most prominent on the thumb, the lunula is present on all nails, though it may be less visible on some due to the thickness of the overlying nail bed. In terms of appearance, the lunula is typically semicircular and can vary in size from person to person. On the thumb, it is often larger and more noticeable than on the other fingers. The size and visibility of the lunula can also differ across the fingers. It is more pronounced on the thumbs and big toes, while it might be barely visible or entirely hidden on smaller nails. Some people may have a very prominent lunula, while others might not see it at all, which is usually perfectly normal and depends on individual nail anatomy. Despite its straightforward biological function, the lunula has been the subject of various misconceptions and myths. Some believe that the size or visibility of the lunula is directly related to one's health, suggesting that a large lunula indicates a strong, healthy body. In contrast, a small or absent lunula signals poor health. Others believe the lunula's color or shape can predict one's future or indicate personality traits. While there is some truth to the idea that changes in the lunula can reflect certain health conditions, many of these beliefs are exaggerated or unfounded, blending medical facts with folklore and spiritual interpretations. Number 2. Historical and cultural significance. In ancient cultures, the lunula was regarded with significant curiosity and reverence. The Egyptians believed it to symbolize divine protection, associating it with the goddess Hathor, who was linked to health and fertility. In Chinese medicine, the lunula was considered a vital indicator of one's life force, or qi, with its appearance believed to reflect the balance of energies within the body. The Romans, too, saw the lunula as a sign of health and vitality, often associating a prominent lunula with strong physical and spiritual well-being. Spiritual interpretations of the lunula often linked it to the ideas of health and divine favor. In many ancient practices, a well-defined lunula was seen as a positive omen, indicating that higher powers protected the individual and were enjoying good health. It was thought to be a visible manifestation of one's inner vitality and spiritual connection, with a bright, clear lunula suggesting a physically robust and spiritually aligned person. Conversely, the absence or faintness of the lunula was sometimes interpreted as a warning of imbalance or illness. Different cultures had their own unique interpretations of the lunula, often viewing it as a marker of strength, power, or spiritual awakening. In some Native American traditions, the lunula was seen as a sign of personal power, with its size and clarity reflecting one's spiritual and physical strength. Similarly, in various Eastern European cultures, a prominent lunula was thought to signal an impending spiritual awakening or a deepening connection with the divine. These cultural variations highlight the widespread belief in the lunula as a significant and mystical part of the human body, symbolizing physical health, spiritual depth, and power. Number 3, the spiritual meaning of the lunula on the thumbnail. In spirituality, the lunula on the thumb is often seen as a powerful symbol of intuition and heightened spiritual awareness. This small, crescent-shaped mark is believed to reflect one's inner consciousness as a visible reminder of the intuitive powers within. Spiritual practitioners assert that a well-defined lunula on the thumb indicates a person deeply in tune with their instincts, possessing a natural ability to perceive subtle energies and spiritual truths that others might overlook. This connection to intuition is powerful in the thumb, as it is the digit most associated with willpower and personal strength. Beyond intuition, the lunula is also interpreted as a symbol of the flow of life energy, often referred to as qi in Chinese philosophy or prana in Hindu tradition. In these spiritual practices, the lunula is believed to mark the presence and circulation of this vital energy throughout the body. A prominent lunula on the thumb indicates that this energy flows freely and abundantly, suggesting that the individual is spiritually vibrant and actively engaged in their spiritual journey. Conversely, a faint or missing lunula might be interpreted as a sign that this life energy is blocked or diminished, pointing to areas of stagnation or imbalance in one's spiritual path. The appearance of the lunula on the thumb is also thought to provide insights into one's spiritual health and overall balance. A healthy, well-formed lunula is often seen as a sign of spiritual alignment, indicating that the individual is in harmony with their inner self and the universe. Changes in the lunula, such as size, shape, or color, are sometimes viewed as warnings of spiritual disturbances or imbalances that must be addressed. For those attuned to these spiritual meanings, the lunula serves as a barometer, offering clues about their spiritual well-being and guiding them toward a more balanced and fulfilling life. Number 4, shocking revelations. Recent discoveries about the lunula on the thumb have sparked a wave of fascination and surprise within the spiritual community. While the lunula has long been associated with intuition and energy flow, new interpretations suggest that it also serves as a portal for receiving divine messages. Some spiritual experts now believe that changes in the lunula, such as sudden size or appearance, could signal an imminent spiritual awakening or a significant shift in one's life path. These revelations have shocked many, suggesting that this seemingly mundane feature of our nails could play a much more dynamic role in our spiritual journey than previously understood. Anecdotes from individuals who have observed changes in their lunula further fuel this intrigue. For instance, one person reported noticing a rapid expansion of their lunula just before experiencing a profound spiritual transformation, including heightened awareness and a deep connection with the universe. Another shared a story of their lunula disappearing entirely during a period of intense emotional turmoil, only to reappear when they regained their spiritual balance. These personal experiences have convinced many that the lunula is not just a passive feature, but an active participant in our spiritual lives, capable of reflecting the state of our inner world. The ongoing debate between scientific and spiritual communities adds another layer of complexity to these revelations. While scientists explain the lunula as a simple aspect of nail anatomy linked to health and genetics, spiritual practitioners argue that this view overlooks its deeper, energetic significance. This clash between empirical evidence and spiritual interpretation has led to heated discussions, with each side presenting compelling arguments. The surprising nature of these beliefs, combining the physical with the metaphysical, continues to captivate those who seek to understand the full extent of the lunula's role in human life. They challenge conventional wisdom and expand the boundaries of both science and spirituality. Number 5, how to interpret your own lunula. To interpret your lunula, start by observing it in natural light. This will allow you to see its true shape and color. Hold your thumb at eye level and examine the lunula's size, color, and clarity. A well-defined lunula is usually a healthy white or light shade, semicircular in shape, and located at the base of the nail just above the cuticle. For a more comprehensive assessment, observe the lunula on all your nails. This can provide a broader picture of your overall spiritual and physical health. Take note of any differences between the lunula on your thumb and other fingers, as these variations might carry unique meanings. Certain changes in the lunula can indicate spiritual messages or warnings. For example, if your lunula suddenly becomes larger, it could signify increased spiritual energy or an upcoming shift in your life. On the other hand, a shrinking or disappearing lunula might suggest a blockage in your spiritual path or a need for deeper introspection. Pay attention to any discoloration, as a yellowish or bluish hue could indicate emotional stress or spiritual dissonance. Additionally, a split or irregularly shaped lunula might signal that you're out of alignment with your spiritual purpose and may need to realign your energy. Balancing spiritual and physical health by observing your lunula involves being mindful of changes and taking steps to maintain overall well-being. Ensure that you're nourishing your body with a balanced diet, as nutritional deficiencies can affect the appearance of your lunula. Regular meditation and grounding practices can help keep your spiritual energy flowing smoothly, which might be reflected in a healthy, clear lunula. If you notice significant changes in your lunula, consider it a prompt to check in with your physical and spiritual health and adjust to maintain harmony.